Very sad news. So rest in peace to Andre Braugher, who passed away at age 61. Now this actually caught me by surprise. A friend of mine actually sent me a text last night, and she was telling me about it. His death was confirmed on Tuesday by his longtime publicist Jennifer Allen. She said that Mr. Brower, who lived in New Jersey, had died after a brief illness. She did not elaborate. You know how it is, like if you spend like most of your life watching somebody in television and film, you feel like a personal connection to that person. You know what I mean? Like you know him. Like he's one of those actors. He's one of those people that he could easily be like one of your neighbors and you would get along with. You know what I mean? Because he was such a good actor. Now he made a lot of good movies over the years, but my personal favorite has always been Get on the Bus. So if you haven't seen the film, you should check it out when you get a chance. It's a really good movie. It's directed by Spike Lee. It's about a group of guys who take a bus trip. They're from different parts of the U.S. and they're taking a bus trip to Washington, D.C. to attend the Million Man March. The Million Man March, it took place in 1995. When the Million Man March happened, I was only 15 years old. So it's not like I was old enough to drive, and I didn't even have a car. So we didn't have a way to get there. I remember like the week before, we was hanging out at the barbershop. Mr. Wardell, he was the most when I was growing up, Mr. Wardell, he was the most popular barber in my hometown. And I remember, I think he was talking about going there, and he was asking the kids in the shop that day if they were going to attend the march. And he was like, yeah, you guys should attend the march, be a part of history. And in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, I know damn well I'm not going to be able to make it because my mother is not going to let us take a day off from school. She was going to make us go to school the next day, me and my younger brother. I would have loved to go, but I knew she wasn't going to let us. So the next day, me and my brother, we go to school, and them hallways was emptied in them. Yeah, it was like every black kid from the neighborhood decided not to go to school. It was almost like it was a holiday. So they used the march as an excuse not to attend school the next day. So they just fucking stayed home. They either stayed home, or if they were lucky enough to have a parent take them to the march, they attended the march. But I personally only knew like one kid from my neighborhood who actually went to the march, and he came to school the following day, and he was like, "Yo," he had all this excitement in his eyes. He was like, "Yo, man, I never seen so many ninjas in one spot, and a fight not break out." Everybody was like hugging and dapping and like getting along and all that stuff. So yeah, I mean, I was jealous, man. I was like, oh, I wanted to go. Everyone to go. Because you guys have to understand, I'm originally from Easton, Maryland. And Easton is a small town on the eastern shore of Maryland. It's only like, so from Washington, D.C. is pretty much our backyard. It's only like an hour and 45 minutes away. You know what I mean? So it's not like it's far. If you don't have a car, I mean, it seems a lot further away when you don't have a car. You don't have a way to get there. But yeah, it wasn't that far away from where we grew up. And you want to hear something crazy? 20 years later in 2015, they did a remix. They did a second Million Man March, and I missed that one too. I would have loved to attend that one, and I could have had I known about it. But I think what happened was I don't recall them doing any advertisement on BET or anything, so I didn't even know about it. I didn't know anything about it. So by the time I found out about it, I think I was at work. So yeah, I missed the remix too. So yeah, true story.